Hello everyone, welcome back for the final time to Michaelmortal. The channel is ending for a plethora of reasons. I know that this is probably not the greatest news, or not the news you were expecting after the post that I made the other day, but it is the truth nonetheless. Michaelmortal will cease to be posting videos going forward, and I will be moving on to a new project. Like I was talking about, there are several reasons for this. Not the least of which is that there were certain aspects about my community engagement that I was not enjoying. I did not wish to be party to, and part of that was a result of the movement to live streams. Having that close engagement and constant engagement with the community, I learned more about certain individuals than I cared to know, and it got to the point where it affected my passion for entertaining those individuals, and all around led to a less fun and a more negative kind of atmosphere and environment and mind state for me. And so a lot of the amount of time that I didn't post was due in large portion to my fears and doubts and worries about coming back and dealing with that again. Now, it's not everybody. In fact, most people were totally fine. There was only a couple individuals that got in the way and took it upon themselves to either, hound me, make me feel uncomfortable, say things that were awful, disgusting, and affected the ability of others to enjoy the content, or be otherwise annoying or badgering or whatever. Just not great, not conducive to a really fun, funny, upbeat environment. And so, and I take a lot of the blame because I did not react forcefully enough to it when it started. And as the time went on and on, things only got worse, and things only got more uncomfortable, and I became even less willing to confront the individuals, and even more apprehensive about my interactions with them. So, that combined with, my schedule becoming hectic from going back to college, going to university, trying to take care of my mom, who has her medical stuff has just exploded to an unbelievable amount. We're driving up to Cleveland to see specialists every week, at least once a week. And so I cannot afford to continue to give the time and effort and access that a channel requires with the current feeling and the current, environment. And, I have a lot of regrets about how I've run my channel. I have a lot of regrets. And I wish things could have been different. But there were a lot of things that came together to make it to where I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. And I came back for the wrong reasons. And that's why it didn't last. Live streaming and coming out with shorts. Both of those things. Live streaming less so. But the at least the amount of live streaming and the robust turn towards live streaming, both of those were attempts to, get to monetization, to pad my numbers, to gain exposure quickly without, having to do 3 times the work and take, 10 times the time. And I didn't feel satisfied by it. I didn't feel excited about it. It didn't feel right. And didn't feel legitimate, didn't feel authentic. I have over 2,600 subscribers, and yet I get, my last video, Amnesia Bunker Part 1, got 38 views in the time that it was up. And that is just... the idea that so much of what I've achieved here only ever being seen because I changed what I was doing to something that I, wasn't in love with. It makes everything kind of bittersweet already. And then you added all the things I've already mentioned and talked about. And it's just... you just realize that the thing that you used to love, the thing you loved and built from nothing, is now... it's nothing like it was. And it never will be anything like it was ever again. There's just too many things pulling it in other directions. There's too many things would be required to fix it. And I don't have the time or the patience or the, I won't get enough in return at this point. So, Michaelmortal is dead. Officially. This will be the last video that will ever be posted on this channel. That doesn't mean that I'm done with YouTube, or that I'm done content creating in general. I just can't move forward under this moniker. I can't move forward with the Michaelmortal brand after what it has been made into. But I can't, I can't not continue. I can't not try again. And I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow from this. I'm going to learn from this. And I'm not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate, belligerence. I'm not going to tolerate, harmful childishness. I'm not gonna tolerate bigotry. I'm not gonna tolerate, disgusting, violent comments. And, it's gonna be more than a warning next time. That has no place in near anything that I've created. Just seeing the channel that I made my first video on, die like this, having to kill it myself, having to put it out of its misery, is a uniquely difficult thing to do. But it has to be done, and I'm not going to put it off any longer. So, if you would like to keep up with me, one of those people who has never said anything that would even, that would skirt the lines of what I've been talking about here. If you aren't one of those people, I don't want to punish you. I don't want to punish anybody. I'm not here to, that's not what this is about. I don't want to cast you out unfairly and say that, you can't see my content ever again, or that our relationship has to end here. You can't enjoy my content, and I can't create content for you. If you don't fall into the category of somebody who said something like that, and those people know who they are, because I did respond at the time. I just didn't respond forcefully enough to stop it. I didn't respond forcefully enough to improve the mood moving forward. So if you aren't one of those people, then you can come over to my new project. It's called ShootyManJensen. It's a new channel that I've made. It's just getting off its feet. The first 3 videos have literally no production quality whatsoever. It's going to be a lot of simple stuff. It's going to be me just posting stuff for the love of it, and getting back to my roots, getting back to what I love to do, getting out from under this pressure, this, negativity, this, this fear and discomfort, and getting into some new, fresh, perspectives, and going on some new adventures. So I hope that I will see some of you there in the coming months, and I hope that someday my new channel will grow and grow into what I was hoping that Michaelmortal would be. But it will never be. It will never be that, because it is based. It has been rended from its foundations, and I can no longer build off of it. So, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry to everyone who is going to be greatly disappointed by this video. I'm greatly disappointed by this video. I've never had to do anything like this in my entire life, and I never thought I would. I didn't know what an unsavable channel would look like until I found myself running one. So, once again, I'm sorry for everything I'm sorry that everything worked out the way that it did. And I'm sorry that if if anything, my absence or whatever caused you any grief. I've been dealing with so much this year, trying to get my shit together, and I really thought that this channel was going to be a part of that. But instead, at every turn, the current dynamic was keeping me from thinking about what I needed to be thinking about. It was keeping me from doing what I needed to do, and it was all because of that dynamic. I wasn't doing it for the right reasons, and there were some actors that were perhaps even unknowingly making everything more difficult, and they know who they are. Living your life under constant pressure is very difficult, especially when you're pressuring yourself already. And so, it's time to be a man, stand up for myself and say that I can't take it. So, I'm alleviating the pressure, and I'm starting over. And what I build next time will be beautiful. It'll be done for the right reasons, and it will have an authentic growth that I can be actually proud of. For everyone who did participate, for everyone who did cheer me on in the comment section or in the chat, for everyone who enjoyed my videos, save for a very select few, I want to thank you so much for your support. I want to thank you so much for hanging with me, and I want to extend a formal invitation to you to join me at youtube.com/@ShootyManJensen. And join me for my next project, which will be everything that Michaelmortal was supposed to be. And if you are who I've been talking about, if you are one of these negative actors, I know who you are. You know who you are. I know what you said. You know what you said. And if I find out that you have come over to my new channel, I'm going to ban you instantly. Fair warning. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end. Goodbye.